Okay, look. I just had a major breakthrough and realization, and I just had to sit with myself and kind of take this in. But I wanted to get it on camera because I just felt like I needed to record this more so for myself. I don't know what I am. I mean, I know what I am. I'm trying to digest how I feel, what I feel right now. I'm trying to turn off this. I'm actually going to put it back on what I was listening to at the time. Oops. The more you meditate, the less beautiful. You are to make a mistake. Let me get through the commercials. Hold on. Sorry, Betty. I appreciate your channel so much, but this is the Love Yourself Heart Chakra Meditation.
Exhale. Radiate the love that flows out of your soul. Inhale. Vibrate love. Exhale. Radiate love. Affirm yourself. I feel love within me. I feel love all around me. Every day, I am becoming more loving and compassionate. Being kind to others also means being kind to myself. I appreciate my love. I value my life. I accept myself for who I am. I am divine love and radiant light. I vibrate pure love. I vibrate radiant light. My thoughts and desires are in harmony with universal love. I love myself unconditionally. There is nothing that I lack. I am beautiful inside and out. I am attractive. I am abundant. I am rich in love. There is no need to be perfect. Perfection is only an idea, not a reality. I am self-nurturing. I am self-caring. I am self-loving. The better I take care of myself, the more help I can offer to others. My love includes all. My love embraces all. I open my heart and release grief. I open my heart and release resentment. I open my heart and release judgment. Love is my breath. Love is my life. I love myself. I love my breath. I love my life. I am love eternal. I am love divine. I am love here. I am love now. I am love. Inhale. Embrace the love that vibrates in your heart. Exhale. Radiate the love that flows out of your soul. Inhale. Vibrate love. Exhale. Radiate love. Love is within you. Love is around you. Every day, dedicate yourself to becoming more loving and compassionate. Being kind to others also means being kind to yourself. Appreciate life. Value life.
And that's the
Accept
greatest
yourself for who you
epiphany.
are.
As
Your
my
divine
ear
love.
rings,
Radiant light. Vibrate pure love.
that
Vibrate radiant light.
as the breakthrough
Align your
happened and
thoughts and
as,
desires
you
with
know,
the harmony of
the
universal
final
law.
release with that,
Love
literally
yourself
what he's
unconditionally.
saying, release resentment,
There is
release
nothing that you
jealousy,
lack.
release envy.
You are beautiful inside
Because
and out.
really,
You are
what is that?
attractive. You are
Why is
loved.
that? You know what I mean?
You
Like,
are rich
why,
in love.
where did that even come
There is
from?
no
And I mean,
need
I
to be
know
perfect.
the ego, yeah.
Perfection is only an idea,
But at the same
not a
time,
reality.
why did the ego even ever
Nurture
develop that
yourself.
sentiment?
Care for
Where
yourself.
did it come from?
Love yourself.
And why is there ever a need
The more you
to
take care of yourself,
do that? Like,
the
to
more help
feel
you can
that way,
offer others.
ever? What was ever
Include all in your
pinned?
love.
I was going to say
Embrace
pinned
all in your
against you, but
love.
not even pinned against you. But what was
Open
ever,
your heart and release
what
grief.
triggered that belief,
Open your heart
that
and
false
release
belief?
resentment.
Because it's
Open your heart and release judgment.
ridiculous.
Open
Because
your
when you
heart and
think
release
about it, and when
jealousy.
you really understand what's going on, and you connect the
Believe in
dots, it's like,
forgiveness.
why do you have
Practice
resentment, jealousy, and
forgiveness.
envy for yourself?
Refuse to live your life with a
We're
heavy
all
heart.
connected. We're all one.
Forgive
We're all
yourself.
in this thing.
Forgive all.
You know, everything and everybody that you
Enjoy
see
time
is
alone.
some reflection of you in
Enjoy
some
time with
shape,
others.
form, or fashion. So
Live a life of
why do
balance
you
and
even
freedom.
hold that resentment for that individual? What
Free yourself
about
from
them
fear.
are you
Free your
resenting?
soul in love.
And then that is what you
Let love be your
then
language.
release,
Love is your breath.
especially if you are not
Love is your
happy in
life.
that feeling, in that sentiment,
Love
in
your
that
breath.
whatever it
Love
is.
your
Like I
life.
said, because it could just be a thing, you know, it could
You are love
be
eternal.
a car. It
You are
could be
love
like, for
divine.
instance, I've been for so long
You
trying to
are love
figure
here.
out
You are
what
loved now.
irritates me so badly
You
about
are
these
loved.
cars with
Be loved here.
loud mufflers. Not even that there's anything wrong with drag racing, but that whole, you know, that I don't even know the technical whatever, but what I'm saying is like, why does that make me so upset? And things like that, you know, but so that was my point in just saying, like, it doesn't have to be just people. It's people, places, and things. But you got to really dig deep to figure out what's triggering that emotion, that feeling. And this is all things. This is especially, you know, the happy, especially that, the things that you are grateful and thankful for. How and why does that make you happy? Because that's what you want to get to. You understand? Like, that's what you want to bring more of into your life, not the things that are upsetting you. But I also kind of wanted to just get a feel. The power of love is calling me. Not a whole spread, just kind of a feel for where spirit is leading me. and guiding me with this. I mean, that was powerful in and of itself, and I know that. Look, and as I pull the deck out, you get satisfaction. So I do see, and I want to clear myself once again, and I do see that my incense is going out, so I'm going to light another one really quickly. I just thought that was beautiful, and I think because I came out here to digest my dream and just to see what other messages they have for me. I just love to I don't always necessarily have questions off the top, specific questions that is. And a lot of the times I want to just see what they have, what they're advising me, like what the guidance, things that they want me to know. It was one beautiful meditation though, I must say. Like just beautiful, just gorgeous. And that really hit. And as I always do, I just, before I even turn on, I kind of do a shuffle. But before I even do that, I say a little prayer and ask Spirit, like, what do I need to hear right now? What is best for me right now? Kind of what do I need to focus on type deal right now? And this was what came out, So I take heed to every sign and synchronicity. I try to. Let me put it like that. Honestly, no, I said it right the first time. I take heed because you got to speak that. You got to not try. You got to do, right? So I do. Okay. So they were calling me to this deck. It's fitting too because it's the power of love. I mean, that's what the heart chakra is all about. That's what we're trying to transform anyway. And that's what's needed to transform this energy of the world. That's how you got to get past. I love it because I literally, even when I journal with myself, and this is trying to fall out. What is this? It fell right on out. Even when I was journaling with myself, yeah, look. I wasn't even done shuffling and this fell right on out. Respect. You value everyone's unique perspective on the path to love. Yeah. But as I was saying, sometime before I was journaling or whatever, and maybe it was even in a video, but I just had to, it was like another epiphany, like the energy and the distractions of this world, you got to do, right? Hold on. You got to do. As I was saying previously, action. You have the courage to express the unique loving colors of your soul. Beautiful. Beautiful. But in order to transform this world, back to that, and the energy therein, and understand, please follow me here because I really, the vibe that I'm in, I don't have time to explain. Like, if you don't get it, it's okay, come back, try it again when you feel like you're ready or when spirit leads you. Let me just put it like that. For those of you who are on the same level of understanding, you know where I'm coming from, but still keep up. Understand that the bigger global scheme world, as you know it, is only a reflection of your inner world, right? I just got through saying we're all connected in this thing. It gets deep, y'all, and I'm diving deep today, so follow me. And that was part of the realization and epiphany, even with the breakthrough that I had, personally, is that, like I was saying before, when you understand that, when you really, really understand that we're all connected, we're all one, why do you even have these feelings to begin with? A lot of them are false beliefs, like things that have been embedded in us or things that we've even picked up from others that aren't even our own, right? But then again, at the same time, I just said we're all connected. So somewhere deep down, it is. And I was really going deep with myself, like, and I'm still trying to figure this out too. So bear with me. But it's like, who was talking about it? I believe Queen Cup. She was saying in one of her videos that basically the biggest thing that hit home from her message is that when you truly enlighten and awaken, you understand that in whatever past shit that you've dealt with, past relationships, past whatever, that has gotten you to the point of ascension and growth that you are currently in, if you don't understand that you are or were the karmic in that situation, you haven't truly grown. I'm going to say that again. If you yourself don't reflect and understand that you yourself were, if you've made it out of that situation and really have awakened and enlightened and reflected and understand what all that was, or are, if you're currently still in the situation trying to figure it out, right? Because there's always lessons, there's always karmic lessons. I'll say that. Like, everything is everything is karmic, everything is a lesson. Anyway, so if you don't understand that, then you really don't get what's going on. Because as I started off saying, this world, the bigger global scale as we know it, is only a reflection of the inner world. And so in saying that, she was saying also that, so we've had, a lot of us have had many past lives on this earth. And it even, I don't know why I'm feeling this way. It even kind of, not terrifies me. It's not a scary feeling. It's just somewhat uneasy, I think. I don't know. No, that's not it either. It's just my heart hurts. It doesn't hurt. It's just, I feel like compassion. That's what it is. That's what it is. Thank you, Spirit, for that. Finally. I feel it because what I'm trying to say is like, so you, this avatar that you're in currently has not always been the one that you've been in. You've probably been in whole other countries, whole other ethnicities. You wonder why. You ever wonder? Because I used to wonder this all the time, like, in coming up and learning Spanish. I love Spanish. There's always been a connection, and I felt it, and I see why. Like, the things make sense. The things that you truly love and enjoy, as I always say as a child, please reflect on that. That's why they're always telling us to go back to that inner child, to nurture that inner child, to love on that inner child, because that's your whole essence, your whole being, and that's generations, lifetimes of shit, y'all. Different lifetimes. You wonder why some are so gifted at artistry as far as like drawing and painting, and others are so gifted with their hands as far as like architectural building. That there's a purpose in, because you've done it before, you know. Many times, many lifetimes over, you've done it before. You've perfected it. That's why it comes second nature. Like, you don't even have to think about it. Yeah, you may have to brush, knock off some cobwebs because you might not have used it maybe the previous lifetime or a couple before that. You know what I'm saying? So depending on however long you lived in that physical avatar, you might not have used that skill. So you kind of got to dust the cobwebs off and get back into it, right? Anyway, my whole point of saying that is the feeling that I feel in my heart chakra is that, and even just thinking, is that please understand, especially in these times, and I'm not knocking what the fuck has been going on, because the shit is real. I mean, real, depending on your reality. If you believe it's real, then it's real. But understand, a lot of this shit is an illusion. So what you deem and feel and believe is real, I may not. And I don't. You know what I'm saying? And don't shoot me for it. But also, I'm kind of bouncing all over, but I'm going to tie it in because, I'm just getting a whole lot right now. But so the compassion and the feeling that I feel is because, like I said, if you've been here time and time, lifetime and lifetime again, then you have not always been this. I may not have always been a beautiful brown skinned goddess. I could have been a beautiful, less melanated. That's what I'm gonna say, okay? Because I don't color. What is color, really? That brings me to this whole big ass point and epiphany that I'm trying to make, is that it's not just black and white. Literally. Hear what I'm saying. Try to get out of your feelings with all this emotional uproar that they're trying to cause for fear, for the illusion. And hear what I'm saying. It's deeper than that, y'all. It's way deeper than the shit that you see portrayed on this media outlet. And I'm not saying people are not out here losing their lives for senseless shit. I'm just saying it's deeper than that. Because I have not always been this brown skinned goddess. I haven't uncovered it yet, but we likely have been on the other end of that spectrum. Somewhere in between the caramel complected, whether it's, since we have categories in the words, that I have to use the words as we know it so that people can understand, but the natives, the Latinos, my Caribbeanos, you know what I'm saying? My Puerto Ricans, my Hondurans, my Spaniards, my Germans, my, you know, understand, just understand what I'm trying to say. So I'm trying to paint the picture that you are experiencing the pain and inflictions upon whatever race. I don't like the word race because there's no, what is race? Really? What is it? What is it really? I mean, yeah, they didn't put a definition in a damn book, but what the fuck is really race? There's no difference in us, y'all. I mean, there is, but there isn't. I said we're all one. We're all connected. And if you truly believe that, then there is no difference in us. But at the same time, there is. Because we were all uniquely made in God's image with various different traits and characteristics embedded in our DNA. My point is, the whole point, and back to the epiphany and realization, the main point is that to transform the energy, especially if whatever it is, I don't even care. I'm not even going to say good, bad, happy, sad. To transform whatever energy you're in, especially if you're trying to get into a loving, more caring, compassionate place, which is exactly where I am. And that's why I feel it so deeply, is that you have to come from a place of love and understanding, because the same people or thing or whatever you have those feelings for, whether it's anger, whether it's resentment, whether it's jealousy, envy, like that was once you. That is you. Whether you're brown skinned, less melanated, a little pale, a little darker. That's as simple as I can put that, I believe. Yeah, I was all over the place, but I hope that makes sense. So, especially now, so more than ever, with all the riots and everything going on, y'all just keep that in mind. Because if people only knew and truly understood that, like this, I used to say that even when I was little, I just, like, Marvin Gaye, like that's why I knew, I always knew I had an old soul. Like, people didn't even have to tell me, but people would still tell me all the time. But, you know, songs and things like What's Going On, I understood, you know what I'm saying? I understood then. And it's like, really, why can't we all just get along? And things Bob Marley would say, like, but anybody trying to speak that love, care, and compassion, and that we're all equal, and just, can't we all just get along? Like, Martin Luther King, like in, Malcolm X. I mean, everybody has their own way of trying to get their point across, but at the end of the day, it still boils down to the same thing: justice and equality for all, because we're all one. I think the saddest part for me in realizing this whole thing is that dark side. And having to accept it. I'm still not fully there yet, but I'm getting there. I know it's gonna come in as I say that. I'm eyeing way across the way. A cardinal just landed in the tree, so our ancestors are here. Hold on, because I know this is gonna be a little long, and I don't want it to cut me off. Okay, signs and synchronicities, y'all. Signs and synchronicities. Okay. Look, this is currently the bottom of the deck. I was gonna flip for one more. Priorities. You understand the paramount importance of manifesting love in all situations. Like I was just saying. Yeah. Look at there. What is that? Oh, and that one's trying to flip too. So we got, oh, baby. And what? I'm telling you, let it all out. Let it out. Release. You have the ability to give over unwanted energies to loving forces of the universe. And this is where we have to, another thing I wanted to say, it just brought me to another point that I was trying to make a minute ago, is that a lot of us light workers and starseeds, if you do not know, and many of you may know your purpose and why we were sent here in the first place. We were sent here to heal this planet, to uplift the energy back to that loving, to basically spread that love and light, to get people, to educate people, to awaken people. That's why all this that's going on it's a mass awakening. And as those who are awakening and ascending to higher levels and enlightening, it's on us to gather our tribe and continue to spread that message to those who are still asleep now. And I say that it's not on you. You're not going to be able to wake them up. You know what I'm saying? But collectively, our energy together is lifting the vibration to help wake them up. I hope that makes sense. So understand that for those who are still in that deep slumber, that deep sleep, you got to let them be. You can't waste your time and energy. Remember, we had priorities at the bottom. You can't waste it. Not saying that they're a waste, but you can't hold yourself back for somebody else who's not ready. Okay? And that is a big thing that I've had to come to understand. And if they ever catch up, kudos for them. But still, you can't dim your light and stop what you're doing because for them. Look. We're going to get to this in a minute. But so I was saying, we're sent here to lift up the vibration, lift up the loving energy in this world. Because whatever happened, and it's been over lifetimes, over centuries, it's been depleted. And we know that, you feel that, you see that. That's why everything is coming to light. There's a whole paradigm shift going on. Many people are going on because they're just, it's their time, and they're not meant to be in this next new world. I've been saying that too. It's getting ready to be a whole new world as you know it, literally and figuratively. But the earth has been, Mother Earth got, we are from her womb. We are, again, as I was saying, the global, on a global scale, we are she and she is we. And so, because she has been hurting for however long we've been just disrespecting her and damaging her, that's why you see all this going on in different minorities. With all people, to be honest. I don't even like minorities because, again, think about these fucking wordings. What is a minority and what is a majority? Whoever said this one is major? Just because it's that there's a larger number? But see, then again, there goes the division. Why is there ever a division if we're all one? And I ain't trying to get on no soapbox, but this is just one thing that has just always plagued me for my Christians out there. If you truly believe that, which you should, I can't tell you, but anyway, and you truly believe we all are descendants of Adam and Eve, then why would you ever segregate us? Why would you ever use the Bible in that way to try to I feel like, and this is just spirit is just leading me to say this shit. That's why I can't get down with the get down. I can't. Not anymore. I cannot, because I see through the bullshit. I feel like slavery, the slave system as we know it, is the true Antichrist. Because how can you rightfully use, if this is supposed to be a divination tool, divine guidance from God, how can you rightfully use that? How can you justify using that and being okay with that? You slaughtered millions and billions of people under the name of God. You tried to break down and terrorize and strip, dehumanize, and really, yeah, it's more dehumanized because we are here in this physical avatar human body. But I feel like this, I mean, y'all already know this has always been a spiritual warfare. And so more so than anything, they tried to, what word would it be? Dethrone us. There we go. Because we're all gods and goddesses in our own right. And the evil entities behind this movement, that's the Antichrist. And that is an epiphany in and of itself. Wow. Because I do believe in Jesus Christ. I do. We are like, I do. Because there's nothing new under the sun. And I feel like Christ has been reincarnated in many of us. That's that loving, powerful care and compassionate energy. And I feel like he is doing a lot of the same things we're doing. I can't say whether or not, his soul was a light seer. That too. Star seed, kind of the whatever, because again, I don't even, wherever these words came from to describe the different, it is what it is. So that's another reason it's just like whatever. But since that's the more general or common theme, so that there's an understanding, that's why words and categories and boxes and all that shit is even made, because so that we can try to compartmentalize it in our mind to understand it better. I don't know, whatever to try to justify. I didn't mean to come and get all these, but maybe I did, to be on all these soapboxes, but maybe I did. I mean, that's part of it, right? To get to the truth. My truth. You got to figure out whatever yours is. But I'm just sharing. I'm being so vulnerable and so open right now. So, virtue. You acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. And that's why I'm here doing this video. I didn't even know where they were gonna, I never know where they're going to lead me or what they're going to show me, but I just always know it's right on time and perfect for what I need. And that is what is going to help me to do what I need to do, to show you or whoever else that needs it. Look at that. See, I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. Past. Through the power of love, you release any stagnant situations. Sorry about that. It says, through the power of love, you release any stagnant situations or energy in order to transform your heart space. Ain't that what I said from the beginning? All about transforming. I felt it. Like, I felt it. And look. Joy. You delight in the love of life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. And baby, and this is just gorgeous. Look at the color of this card. If that ain't screaming heart chakra, throat chakra, it's just peacefulness. You recognize that balance, kindness, and love bring calmness to your soul. And that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. And that is one of the gorgeous. Lord, thank you. Because what did it say? Priorities. I probably should have kept that card because they keep sending me back to that card. Basically about understanding your priorities, and that's how you manifest love and what you need in your life. And I'm seeing all kind. I see a little squirrel. The birds keep coming back. It's just beautiful. I love it. And then look. Willingness. You are able to compromise if the end result is love. Basically. And that means getting out of your own way sometimes, because it ain't about you, it's about everybody else. And then again, when you think about that, it's not even about them, it ends up being about you. Does that make sense? Let me explain. They just giving me a lot. It's not about you, it's about everybody else. I always say, this life is not yours, right? It's borrowed for a time, because if you truly have wakened up and realized what side of the fence you're on, whether, I don't even like to say it like that, but whether good or evil, okay? And I'm speaking to the ones, my light workers, the ones who are out here trying to do good, spread that love, right? Then you truly should know and understand that you got a mission. And part of your mission is to continue to spread that love, light, powerful, healing energy. So that's why I say it's not about you. You're here for servitude. Part of that servitude is to gather the masses. You understand? Like, heal the masses. And that's why I said I do believe in Jesus, because that he was serving his mission here on earth. He knew exactly what he came to do, right? And even in the short time, y'all realize what he did, you know? And I know he wasn't looking for no accolades, no nothing. He probably didn't even want the fame. I don't know. I can't speak for him. But he knew he was of sacrifice for the mission, for the purpose. Okay? Now, the other half of that is that once you take yourself out of the equation, as far as the bigger picture, understanding what is going on here, really, the spiritual warfare and what your mission is and how you can basically have victory in this thing, right? All right. So you've removed yourself and you see the bigger picture, that it's about a global change, you know, healing the masses, not just yourself. But when you do take yourself out of it and you look at the bigger picture, when you realize, like I said, everything, the all is mine. And so everything that you see reflected in the outer world is some form of you, right? that's when you realize it does eventually come back to you or end up being about you, in the sense that you have to understand that going through this process, through this marathon, love Nip, thank you, because he was trying to lay out his blueprint for y'all to follow, to try to say the same thing. Like I'm saying, everybody has their own way of relaying their message, but ultimately trying to get us back to the same thing, to heal each other instead of killing each other, to love each other instead of hating and resenting each other, because ultimately that's what you're doing to yourself. If you don't get that, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. I really don't. You still sleep or something, or you just ain't trying to see or hear it, or you just ain't ready. And that's cool. No shade, no tea, no judgment here. Cause I was there, and I've developed that care and compassion. So I know, I understand. But I need more of you, more of us, more of we to wake the fuck up already. Get it together. No, it's like I ain't never been one to be, and I'm working with that, but still that's not me. Like, I mean, no, let me not say that. It can be me if I want it to be, but I've always been that, like sometimes a little more rapid than I should allow it, but I just let it go, blunt to the point, like no sugarcoat, no chasing, no bullshit. I just ain't never had time for it. I ain't, and I still don't. And I guess that's what I mean. So it ain't gonna be no, oh, it's okay. We ain't got time for that no more, y'all. We don't. We don't. We really don't. This shit ain't a game. And it's like, you can gamble and play with your life if you want to. But I got things to do. And I can't waste time on you. And it is what it is. But I can't waste time on you because you want to be babied or feel like now don't get it twisted. Everybody needs to be nurtured and soothed and loved. But y'all, there's a difference. Y'all, I hope y'all follow me. There's a difference between wanting to be emotionally held and soothed and healed versus just lollygagging and pussyfooting. Okay? Anyway, that was powerful right there. I thank you, Spirit. I needed that. A lot of times this is even better for me than, because this is another form of meditation, right? Deep introspection, reflecting. And a lot of times it's even better for me this way than even running a marathon or whatever else. Not saying that you shouldn't get out and get some exercise and stuff like that. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying there are different ways to. So you just gotta find what's best for you. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. I didn't intend for this to be terribly long, but I'm thankful for this major breakthrough. Major. I pray this helps. I know it's much needed. For those of you who are ready to receive it, I pray this helps, and I'm sending that love and light energy to you, to all of you. Please share. You never know who needs it, who will receive it. And of course, if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. Leave your testimonies down below. You just never know how it will help someone grow. And even if you feel like you ain't really get it all, don't worry. Some things are for somebody else. So that doesn't mean hold back. But yeah, that's all I have, y'all. I thank you. I love you. And I appreciate you so, so, so much. Until the next one, y'all be easy. Be easy. Be gentle with yourself. There was a lot of deep stuff that was dropped. So, and it's gonna hurt. You can't. Oh, I watched. I'm going back through my list of like childhood movies that because y'all don't sleep on the movies, man. Especially the animation and like a lot of the Disney movies, any of them really. Um, they be dropping some subliminals in there and some gems, and so man, be on it. I be telling. Me and my brother had this conversation the other day, and love him like on a whole journey. We get into different levels, right? But the interesting thing is that we were talking about movies and books and stuff like that, and things that we might have not necessarily taken it for granted, but just not realized the value in them at the time. You know what I'm saying? And now that we're older, it's we have a different perspective as well, different mindset, so we can kind of see a little better. But my point in this, and I'm not trying to get go too further in depth, but is that I was telling, and I tell a lot of people like these movies, these kid movies, they ain't really. I mean, they're for kids, but really it's more so for your inner child, we adult, and then even some of these animated movies, especially the newer ones. They really not for kids. Like some of the, there be some vulgar incentive. Incentive's not the word. Shit, that came out, but it be some, you know what I'm saying? They be sliding some shit in there. Like so, y'all better watch these movies and don't just be throwing your child in front of a TV because you don't know really what they watching and absorbing. So anyway. But so I'm going back over a list of movies that I know, because even as a child, I was like, that was deep. I would, whatever. That's a whole nother video, and I will likely do that. Maybe do a reflection. I don't know, but what's I saying? So the Never-Ending Story, I watched that the other day, and I mean I got notes and everything because there are messages in that, and I love it when the little witch doctor, she was speaking to Atreyu and making sure, because she had healed him, right, or helped heal him, and she said to him, and I will never forget this, she said, in order to heal, you have to go through the pain. Matter of fact, let me say it exactly that's basically what she was saying. But she said, it has to hurt for it to heal. And that's the quote. It has to hurt for it to heal. And it does, right? It's painful. But like I say, always, you remember that. You won't ever forget that. And, a lot of times we can't understand why we go through the betrayal, the backstabbing, because that shit hurts. And you got to remember what that feels like so that you won't put yourself back in that position. Anyway, take another gem free of charge. I love y'all. I'm out of here. Don't forget to spread love and light, and everything will be all right. Until next time. Peace.